Hey, what's up YouTube? I want to make a video on how to make Korean style rice. So this is your rice cooker. These are, you want to get these from a Korean store. Koreans make the rice sticky. I know Americans, they work really hard to make the rice not sticky, so it's kind of interesting. If you think about it, it makes sense because if you're trying to eat rice with like a chopstick, which a lot of times I use a spoon, but either way, if it's hard to eat a lot of rice if it's all, you're gonna eat it individually grained. So they like it to be sticky so you can get a big scoop of it. You know, you scoop up here, you're gonna have a big clump of rice and you can put it on a plate, to where if it was all individually grained it'd be all falling all over the place. Anyhow, so the rice cooker is just got empty not too long ago, and the first thing you want to do is just unplug the rice cooker. There's a little switch button on here that's for your cooking and you're keeping it warm. Essentially what happens is you cook your rice and then after that it stays warm, and you'll have these going like a week at a time, and so there's always rice going. Let's see, so you've unplugged it, you just unplug it from the wall so it's off, and the first thing I'm going to do is just clean the pot. You know, it's not rocket science. I'm just going to take it over the sink and kind of rinse out and clean it up. So that's step one, I guess. Okay, now that our rice cooker bowl is clean, the next step is going to be to get to wash the rice. So I'm going to get 2 scoops of rice. Be right back. Here's what a cat's down there. Usually buy like a 25-pound, 50-pound bag of rice, and so I'm just going to put 2 scoops in there. And it's just a bowl, or I'm sorry, 2 bowls in there. And next we're going to just take this over to the sink and fill it up with some water and start washing it. Hopefully that's showing up on camera. Hold on. So I'll kind of zoom in for you here. See how cloudy it is? So I'm just going to kind of swish it around, dump out the water, and add more water. I'll show you one round, kind of see. And you just keep doing that until the water's clear. And I don't know if you can tell, but it's starting to clear up now. So I'm just going to continue to do that until the water in the rice bowl cooker is clear. And I'll pick it up after I get done washing it. Alright, I actually got done washing it and I realized I forgot stuff. We do one little extra thing. Some people do this, some people don't. First thing I want to show you is the bowl. It's not like, it's just a little rice bowl. What I call a rice bowl. That's about how big the cup is that we're using to get your 2 cups. And it's not an exact science thing, so that's just a small bowl there. And what we do is we've got some like mixed rice, because pure white rice isn't really that good for you. So a lot of people like to mix more of a barley and a little bit of extra wild rice and stuff in it. And so I'm just going to reach in there. That's our like healthy rice. I'm going to reach in there, take a handful of that, and throw it in the rice bowl down here. And I should have done that before, because now I got to clean it again. So all I'm going to do is throw a handful of that in there. Adds flavor and a little bit more nutrition. And then I'm going to continue washing it like I showed you before. Yeah, I'll just show you what it looks like. So it looks a lot different than rice. It's got like different barley and stuff like that in it, wild rice, and I don't know what all's in there. But it's supposed to be good for you. So I'm just going to throw a handful of that in. Okay, here's almost the final step and kind of the tricky part. On the rice cooker itself, I don't know if they're showing up on there. You just want to fill it to the top line. There's different lines in there. I don't know if you can see, that might be under the rice. There's one. It's not showing up probably very good. But that's if you're all get all fancy and you know how many. There's instructions on there, like you put so many cups of rice in it. This is how much water you should put into it. But it gets way too confusing. So if you just use this method, get 2 bowls. If you choose to put some healthy rice into it, clean it, and then just go for your top line. Then you're done. And so now I'm just going to transfer this whole pot thing over to the rice cooker. Okay, this is where you wish you had a cameraman. Hopefully this shows up. So I'm going to, it's not rocket science. You just put the bowl in the rice cooker, and then you close the lid. Now I'm going to plug it on and make sure it's turned on. Plug it in and make sure it's turned on. So it's on keep warm mode, but it needs to be cooked. So I push down the button and it says rice cooking. It'll automatically flip off when it's done cooking. Steam will come out the top up there, so you just want to be careful of that. I don't think it's that hot, but I wouldn't. Steam's very, very hot, so it probably could burn you. I don't know if it cools down, but you'll see some moisture coming out. It's supposed to do that. And let me zoom on this for you. So all I did is push this button down, and it flipped it over to cooking rice. And when it gets done, it'll like pop this up, and that light will go out. I can't remember if it automatically goes to warm or not. But anyhow, so I'll just, when it gets done cooking, I'll show you what it looks like. And when it says done cooking, it's probably not truly done. You want it to actually be on warm. You wouldn't want it like flip it over done cooking and then eat it right away. I mean, you could, but it doesn't taste as good. I'd let it go on warm for a little bit. And then what's really neat is you got this. This will last, depending on how quickly you eat the rice and how many people eating. But you can run this the whole week because it just keeps that warm, moist water, and it's closed. Because it's warm, it's kind of constantly keeping it a warm, steamy environment. So the rice will last you like a week or so. Again, depending on how quickly you eat it and stuff like that. But it stays in there pretty good for a long time. Anyhow, I'll do one last shot when it gets done cooking, and I'll show you what it looks like. When I say done cooking, when that light goes out. I thought I'd let you, I don't know, hopefully this mic shows up on the mic, or I'll let you, or you can hear it. Oh, there's some kind of warning sticker on there. Again, I wouldn't put my finger in there because it's going to get hot. And I think that's what that warning sticker says. Please do not place any objects on the rice counter lid. While cooking, warning. Yeah, it says it's hot. So yeah, I was wondering about that. Pretty soon steam will start coming out of there. You can hear it kind of cooking away. They're getting close. Alright, so I wasn't sure because it's been a while since I've done this. But it does automatically switch from rice cooking to the warm light, or keep warm light. And at this point you're done. You should also wash your rice scooper at this time. That's about it. So I would not eat this right now. It actually took a lot longer to cook than I remember, because usually what happens is you do this, you just set it, and then you take off. So I wasn't really sitting around. So it took about 15, maybe 10-15 minutes for this to cook, and to switch over to the keep warm light. And even now you wouldn't want to really eat it. It's pretty sticky, or not. I don't know how to explain it. See, it's right up there, about kind of gooey. I'd let it cook down more, like an hour before I would probably want to eat it. But that being said, that's how you cook your rice there.